Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so we're on part 3 of our delegation series. So we've talked about how to brainstorm tasks and figure out what to delegate. We've talked about the importance of effective communication. And today I wanted to touch briefly on choosing the right team member. Now, a lot of the business owners I work with, they don't have a large team. And so they might think this is a very simple task, which with certain tasks, it might be very straightforward. If it's very, tech heavy and you have a tech VA, 9 times out of 10, the tech VA needs to take that task on. Now, not every task is going to be that straightforward. And when I do my strategy mapping with business owners, this is something that I do work through with them within the project plans. So I wanted to go over just a couple tips on how to figure out which team member is best for this task. And it can feel like you're trying to match all these puzzle pieces. And so I don't want you to stress about it. Just take a little bit of time to be intentional. Like I said, we don't want to run an urgency-based business. We want to pause and do things well. We want to look at the skills of our team member. Do they have the skills? Do they have the abilities? What is the growth opportunity within this task? Is this something that they are looking to grow in? Do they want to step into this area of our business? And as a good leader, you need to know the goals of your team members. Where do they want to take their own business? Or, what do they want to learn more about? What are they passionate about? And so by really taking that time to understand who's on your team is going to help you with your delegation. Now, a lot of people, like going back to the tech VA thing, a lot of people think you take a task and you're going to assign it to whoever on your team is most experienced or has experience with that task, which sometimes that is, appropriate, especially if it's a task that, we would like to get done tomorrow. Maybe we forgot about something, we didn't plan well, and it just needs to be done. Okay, so let's give it to the person with the most experience. But what we want to do when we're thinking of the bigger picture of delegation is to assign it to the person who can benefit most from this, who's, really interested in this area, or who's going to feel more empowered or take more ownership within our business. Now, when we do that, we're really delegating with growth in mind, okay? And this is going to empower our team members and make them feel valued. And so we can be intentional with even the smallest tasks within our business to help make our team members want to be a part of our team, show them that we care for them. Because if you run a small business, you can't always give those large bonuses, but there's other little things you can do every day, along the way, and help them be like, she really cares about me, or, he really sees me as a valued member of the team. And so this is just a little thing that you can do that. A big thing to consider here is your team's workload. Now, for new VAs or new contractors, oftentimes they don't like to say no. And it's something that they have to work through. We talk about this in the academy, is making sure that they, learn how to have clear communication with the business owner, with their CEO, if their workload is just past their capacity, if it's, overflowing from their retainer. And this is something as a leader that you also need to consider. And sometimes, it depends on how how many hours a team member has left. Maybe you're tracking that in a Google Sheet, or it could just be as simple as reaching out to them on Slack and saying, hey, I have this task. I think you would, be great at it, or I think this would be a good opportunity for you, or, I know your skill set matches this, whatever it is, and say, do you think you have the time? And it is okay if you don't. But just making sure that we don't overload our team, because when we start doing that, it's going to lead to burnout. And when a team member gets burned out, they are going to leave. There's so many online opportunities that they have options. So we really need to value them and take care of them and their well-being within our team. And then the last thing to consider here is their interest. I already touched base on this, but if someone's very passionate, they're like, I really want to learn how, Pinterest marketing works, and you want to delegate, all of your Pinterest posts to someone, and maybe they have no experience, but they're like, this is something I'm very passionate about. Okay, maybe they do an hour-long YouTube training and then they start taking on this task for you, and they're going to learn on the way, but they're also, doing something that they're really interested in and excited about. And when someone is interested in it or they enjoy a task, they're going to do better at it and spend, or I just tend to see higher quality work come out of people when they truly enjoy a task that they're doing. So interest is a big one here. So, remember, when you choose the right team member for a specific task, consider their skills, their workload, growth, have growth in mind, and what interests them. And that's going to just help your delegation go smoothly, and it's going to help you feel good about what you're doing. So I will be back tomorrow with our next part in this series. Thanks, guys.